Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing Amateur. And happy rank reset and live patch day to those who celebrate. So yeah, Amateur did get a nerf with the immutable idol being moved down to 3 and only being a 7/7 now, so there's a few less options on 4 for Amateur. So Amateur's ranking has kind of gone down. And speaking of ranking, I should note that I did my first FTF hero tier list yesterday on stream. And yeah, so you can expect that as a video later today. It's sort of a little bonus. But yeah, so I kind of moved Amateur down from like a high A tier or even S tier down to probably a B tier. But yeah, I really like starting with the owl here on Amateur, just because like there are 3 different spell treasures on level 4 that you can get. So kind of if you can get a couple of apprentice owls early, then you can build into mages pretty well early game. And here we hit level 3, we get our level 4 selection. The best treasure I think to get is probably Mana Catalyst, which I think we are going to take. That's the opposite of a spell treasure, like we don't want to spend mana at all. There's also the Broken Spell Reflector, but since I didn't pick up a second apprentice owl before level 3, I don't think forcing myself into mages from this spot is necessarily what I want to be doing. There is another one there, but I still think the Mana Catalyst is enough better. You just get so many stats, so it's just again enough better that I'm very happy to just take the Mana Catalyst and kind of move away from mages immediately here. You do kind of have to be cognizant. I mean, for me, like I cast spells like quite a bit, so I kind of have to remind myself that I have Mana Catalyst. Otherwise, I'll just like see a free spell and cast it, or a new U or an XP spell or something. Yeah, we're gonna take a magical fox there. It has been buffed on this patch, so its slayability is now +2/+1 instead of just +1/+1. Unfortunately, we don't get to attack with it. We make short work of this board here. And yeah, we picked up a chameleon, and even with the Mana Catalyst stats, I decided not to play it, mostly because we have this 7/7 parrot, and I figured rather than just jam the chameleon onto our board on 3.1, I'm gonna wait till level 4, and we're gonna try and get some extra scaling onto it with the parrot. And picking up the second one now, we definitely want to look for the third chameleon. If we can get a gold chameleon and slay on 4.0, that can be a huge power spike for us potentially. Again, we make very short work of this opponent. We actually get to attack with our fox this time, so we get a slay there. We're gonna pick up a couple summons. Of course, Mana Catalyst is an aura effect, so having it affect multiple bodies is very, very strong. So you want to kind of create summon chains to maximize the amount of stats you get from your Mana Catalyst. All right, we take our final roll there, and yeah, we do see a chameleon here, and we're gonna sell for it. It's 4.0. I think we got to go for it. We do have to sell a few things, which is a little bit awkward. And unfortunately, the level 3 treasures don't help us out much. Seer's Sphere would be absurdly good, but unfortunately, we don't hit it. So we do put our 2 pirate summoners onto the board here, and hope for the best. But unfortunately, yeah, we do not get our slay, even with the extra stat from our pirate summon. Now the duelist and crew member now give +1/+1 when they summon, and they've lost a 1/1 on their base stats. We're gonna try again with the exact same setup. We picked up a couple huskies now though, so we've got some decent base stats, and we do get our chameleon slay this time though. And we even get the tie. And yeah, our chameleon slays into, unfortunately, Frank's monster, which is, I mean, we've got these huskies, like they're pretty decent size, but yeah, it's just definitely not the best 5 to get here. And like, I mean, Frank's monster can get relatively large if we can fill up our board with evil characters, but I think maybe I wasn't thinking hard enough about playing into it. I was mostly just like, oh, I need to find a new U, because there is a hellhound there, which Kleck pointed out in chat that I probably should have leaned into it. He says that a little bit later. But yeah, taking this hellhound and maybe rolling into this husky would have been really beneficial, especially because of how this next combat goes. Also, we took the baby mimic, so so I skipped those treasures because I just really didn't want to triple or didn't want to mimic any of them. And then we're just gonna take the pirate and the mimic pirate map here, and take a little bit too long to decide, and yeah, end up with kind of a disastrous setup here. Our husky needed to go over just one spot, but I moved it to one because it was it had the red mark on it, so I figured I just needed to move it, and I just didn't have time to reposition. So end up taking a bunch of damage, but we get rewarded with a new U, which we immediately get to fire off onto our Frank's monster, turning into an Archangel. Which Archangel, not the most exciting. Well, I shouldn't say not the most exciting thing. It's quite powerful, as we're gonna see here. I mean, it's a 40 power ranged character right now, so like that's nothing to scoff at all. And we've got another angel in shop. It's a little bit awkward with the mana catalyst because now we want to buy angels, and that's going to spend our mana, so we're going to lose stats when we buy the angels, but it's definitely worth it for the Archangel effect here, at least. Also, we've picked up a couple haymakers, so just getting those extra food stats onto our Archangel is just going to make it even better. I mean, just a giant ranged character is pretty tough to deal with in the mid game here. There's another husky there, but I don't think that's what we really want to mess with here. We do have the double crew member with our the crew member chain is not nearly as good since we're spending our mana now on angels when we see them. Or at least we've spent it on one, I guess, but we definitely want to take at least another one, I think. Like, we would like to upgrade this this level 3 angel if we get the chance. Eventually I just settle on taking a BLT there, and then Fisher King has a Celestial Shield treasure already, so they're very formidable here. But I mean, with the 3 revives that we get, oh yeah, I guess I should, just in case, for those that don't know, Archangel says the first 3 times one of your angels dies, they get revived with 300% of their base HP. So yeah, we're getting a lot of stats out of those summons, and they're creating just kind of a wall of angels. And there's another one of those level 3 angels, which I think we want to take. I mean, we want another pair, of course, because we have this pirate map. We need to fill up our last treasure slot before it becomes active, and level 3 pairs are absolutely fine. There's the crew member triple, which I think we do need to sell for. I mean, we only have one thing. We can only sell one thing, and I think basically everything's either a pair or needs to play on board. So we have to sell our BLT for it. But I think it's worth it just to get the treasure this turn, so we're not locking going into 6, as well as let's just see our next shop to hopefully get another triple. Once again, these angels just providing a great wall against the stars comp here. Archangel definitely pulling their weight. We after taking that really bad loss, the turn what do you call it? the turn after we got the sleigh. We've really recovered well here, I think. Angels doing what they do, just providing good tempo. There's the level 4 angel, which is like which is ranged and a decent size, but I don't think we necessarily want to take that one. Fortunately, we get rewarded when we roll, and we get our pirate map treasure here. Even a level 3 is enough with the baby mimic attached to the pirate map. And we have 3 pretty good options here. The blue book in this shop with Spell Reflector can increase stats of our board. Like, we want to just be increasing stats on our board, of course. We just want to find Angelic Commander at this point and scale it. But Infinity also provides stats over time. But I think we're just going to take the Ugly Duckling. It has been recently buffed by quite a bit. I'm not sure if that was on this patch or the previous patch, but yeah, the numbers have gone up quite a bit. It's like plus 25, plus 14 or something like that. Yeah, just like it would take like, I think like 4 or 5 turns for Infinity to catch up to that. So I figured that was kind of a no-brainer there. Just take the front-loaded stats. I mean, over time, the Infinity is going to be probably more stats, so it's possible that was maybe correct, but I mean, just getting that big infusion of stats on our board That's a little too appealing with our big ranged characters. It just means that we're definitely going to dominate the next few combats, anyways. And yeah, now it's basically just we're just basically looking for Angelic Commander here. Also, we did take Symbol of Unity, so like we could take like a High Demon or something. But yeah, those are pretty much the only units that that Symbol works with. I mean, all these summons are getting the stat bonus from our our upgraded level 3 Angel, so that's not nothing. But in general, I think maybe Symbol is just like just really not that great, to be honest. I think with the things that you want to play with Symbol, generally they all want to play on the back row, because of course you want to keep those aura effects, but generally you can't. I mean, I guess like Archangel, you probably don't want to play too many Archangels in like an Angel's sort of demon build with Symbol of Unity. So that could be why it feels a little bit lackluster in this one, as we just keep finding Archangels. There's another level 5 treasure, so we can get out of this this helmet. And I think we're just going to take Cat Altar. I mean, we're getting the resummons from the Archangels, especially with this Archangel in shop, as well as we've got the Duelist and Crew Member going. So just getting a bunch of summons onto board, like the Cat Altar stats are not crazy or anything, but they're definitely an improvement over Helmet anyhow. And with this Cat Altar, I think we're gonna jam another Duelist here. Also makes our chain a little bit safer. And then we get Leprechaun, who fires off a combat spell, and Circe's Cups are our big angel, unfortunately. And they've got a farmer, like an actual pure farmer's build going on, so gotta respect them for the farmers. But fortunately for us, our wall of angels here is still enough, even with our biggest angel taken out with 3 less summons. All right, we get to triple this Archangel. These level 6 treasures just aren't doing anything. I actually considered Drumroll just for the Haymaker, but I don't think that's going to end up being worth it, so we're just going to take a reroll. I think mostly we just want Magic Scarf, but we really, really desperately need to find Angelic Commander. We are going to take another Good Boy here, though. Again, Good Boy getting those stats from the Duckling treasure, as well as the level 3 Angel, is it's getting just like a fair amount of stats. So if we can get that tripled, then that can be a lot. And then we get a very, very large stealth forward over here from Fisher King. And yeah, they're looking very scary. They've got a decently scaled couple of twigs, as well as a couple of Shadow Lords, and they have found Infinity. I mean, they already had the Celestial Shield treasure, but they have added Infinity and Drumroll to their comp. But somehow, all our summons are all our angel resummons are enough to hold them off, and our ranged angels get it done. And yeah, we're just gonna take Magic Scarf. I probably should have just got out a Symbol of Unity there. I think Cat Altar is probably doing more. But I mean, I'm really banking on finding this Angelic Commander. But it does not seem to want to show up, so a little bit awkward here. We're just gonna use a Morpholot and see if we can get something a little bit more relevant for a turn. I think that's what I did. Just doing some repositioning and trying to figure out these summons, and yeah, we turn our Husky into a Mad here. And once again, we get Circe's Cup. I mean, we're only playing 5 units, so pretty likely for it to land on something important there. And yeah, I think this time, unfortunately, our summons aren't quite enough, because we only had 3 summons as opposed to 6 with the 1 cup before. We're just gonna skip that level 6 treasure. It's just not good enough here. And there's another Archangel, which we are going to take. I mean, we need to maximize our summons. That's how we're going to win here. And we do finally find the Angelic Commander. Not a moment too soon here, as we did drop down to 3. We lost pretty decisively in that last fight. There's also an Ascendance here, which I think we need to sell for. We don't have the Cat Altar anymore, so like summons aren't really a big deal. Like we can get out of these duelists or crew members. I think we need to sell 3 things, so we're gonna end up with probably like a duelist and and the haymaker, and we're gonna sell the other 3, and just upgrade this this angelic commander. And I think it's a mistake to play the angelic commander up front. Like, I mean, we do have 9 resummons, and they do come back with some extra stats. But if we can get good boy stats onto the angelic commander and have it stick around, then and then distribute big stats every time we get a slay, then that's probably more. It's probably better than getting just like 3 extra resummons, I want to say. But yeah, it's pretty hard to slay against their board. They have a lot of stats thanks to those good boys, so we don't get a ton of stats redistributed with the angelic commander, but it's enough anyways, even if it was maybe a little bit suboptimal. But yeah, there we go, angels. We new U'd into a golden Archangel and just built it from there. I mean, yeah, Archangel, that kind of just shows the power of Archangel, and even one angel, like just the amount of stats that you get from resummoning that one angel and having the Archangel just to kind of taking free range shots for quite a while. It just really carried us through the until we got to the end game there. But yeah. Let me know if you enjoyed that. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would very, very much appreciate that. Apologies to people that were expecting an FTF video yesterday for the Terraria video. The Terraria videos will not be like, they're not going to be like, it's not going to be like an every other day thing. Like, it'll be like maybe once or twice a week. I'll upload like a Terraria video maybe. And yeah, depending on how the editing kind of workload goes, it might even be in addition to an FTF upload anyways. So don't worry, it's not going to be I'm not going to be cutting my FTF content in half for those that enjoy watching my videos every day, and to those of you that do and have stopped by the Twitch stream to say hi and say you watch every day. I truly appreciate it, so thank you so much. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.